Well, hello, this is Anita Johnson, your financial behaviorist, and I have more news for you today. We're going to be talking about living beyond broke. And I can already hear what you're saying is like, what do you mean living beyond broke when I already live from paycheck to paycheck? And how can you just not tell me I can live beyond broke? And this happens to be one of my favorite topics because I love to tell people this is what we have to do. It does not surely mean that you will never feel like you're broke, right? And one thing we want to do is not feel like we broke. We want to live beyond being broke. And so let's talk about that right now. Talk about a few tips that I may give to you and you feel like I know you feel like you've been spinning around in your head. You've been spinning with your finances. You've been feeling like, oh my God, I need so much money. I don't understand it. So, what we want to do right now is we want to be able to give you a few tips. I want to be able to give you a few tips that you can start thinking about so that you can start living in your mindset beyond broke. And once you start living in your mindset beyond being broke, then your finances will feel like or know like that you're living beyond broke. So let's talk about, let's clear our minds of our unwanted thoughts about money. I don't have them. I'm not good with money. All of those things. What you want is you want to have a purpose for your money, a purpose, a good outlook about money. And one thing is that we have not had most of us have not had a very good outlook about money or have a good relationship with money. And we've talked about money relationships and we've talked about money attractions in some of the other previous videos. And if you have not looked at those other previous videos, maybe you should go and you should review those other videos that were on before this one. And I will be excited and make sure you like and share these videos with other people. So let's talk about step number one, trying to live beyond broke. Begin with your plan. What is your plan? The plan is to accomplish a legacy. That's your plan. And this is a good way to live beyond broke because now you're getting a legacy. So, what do you do when you start a legacy? Most people think, okay, let me just buy a house. That's part of my legacy. But let me buy some assets. And a house is a home, is an asset. Depends on what you do with it as well. So, not just a house, not just that. Let's talk about your retirement, right? Let's talk about stocks. Let's talk about bonds. Let's talk about mutual funds. Let's also talk about a business, having a business, extending your legacy beyond your grandchildren, your grandchildren's grandchildren, right? This is what I'm talking about when I say living beyond broke. Make sure you always do this. Consult with the people that you have hired. I've said this many, many times. If you need a tax person, if you need an accountant, if you need a banker, a financial advisor, these are the people that are going to help you live beyond broke. Step number two is once you have a plan, once you create a plan, create an affirmation that your money for your money plan. Create an affirmation for your money plan. So you got a plan. What's your affirmation? Affirm your affirmation, right? Affirm your affirmation. Live your affirmation. Know that that affirmation is yours. Take your three words that you described months ago, right? I think we talked about this in a previous video, the three words that describe your money relationship. Take that and do that. Create a video. I have a video that has examples about creating an affirmation. There's also a book that says, hey, affirmations, creating a financial spending plan, create an affirmation. There is some books. I do have some books for that. Exactly. Then, of course, step number three, which I say all the time, each one of my videos is to visualize your success. Visualize your money success. Once you created your plan, once you have your affirmation, then you're going to meditate upon your affirmation, meditate upon your money success. Years ago, a story was told to me, and you've probably heard this story before, is that right, whatever money that you want, Write yourself a check, although we don't use checks anymore, right? Some people don't use checks. What you want to do is write your check. If it's $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, write yourself a check with a date, right? And then work yourself backwards. Also, be careful of making it too, not too far out or making it too close in because we want to be successful. We don't want to be 20, 30, 40 years from now still trying to make $1 million, right? So work on that, right? And I know today's society, right, we got food and we got gas and all that stuff is high, but you are a lion and you are ready to roar. And it's nice that you're going to be roaring on your finances. So here again, living beyond broke. Meditate, be kind to yourself, and you'll be able to find your financial voice. And again, my name is Anita Johnson, your financial behaviorist.